Angel Stadium, home of the Angels. Plenty of football has been played in this place since it opened in 1966. A lot of CF championship football games here, and some regular season games like Modern Day Servite, even some JC football, and plenty of concerts. Hello again, everybody, and welcome to the OCVarsity.com Gridiron Show. Steve Fryer here with Carlos Arias and Dan Albano, and behind the camera, doing all the editing and producing and making us guys look smart as Jonathan Khamis. All right, guys. It's finals week. We're here at Angel Stadium. We're going to have the Southwest Division and the Pac-5 Division finals. But to start talking about the games, let's take a look what's going on in the Southern Division. It's a rematch at Orange Coast College Friday at 7 o'clock. Corona Del Mar against Beckman. When they met during the regular season, the final night of the regular season, Beckman won that game 42-37. That's part of a 10-game winning streak for Beckman. They lost in the championship game in this division last year at the last second to Garden Grove. I think Corona Del Mar is going to get revenge off that late season loss to Beckman. I think Corona Del Mar is going to win this game. Dan Albano, what do you think?
Oh, man, this is a doozy of a game, man. Yeah. Because, I mean, you got that their league game was out just flat out ridiculous. I mean, this was the game where Beckman was leading like 42-10 after the third quarter. Was that the real Beckman, or was it the CDM team that almost scored 28 points in the fourth quarter and almost rallied? You know, they had a lot of turnovers in that game. Brett Lawson, the quarterback from Corona Del Mar, is having a great year. Had 4 picks in that game. 2 of them got returned for touchdowns. So they had an awful game, only lost by 5 points. I think that CDM is going to turn the tables, get the victory. They're going to play cleaner ball. Lawson's been playing much better. No picks since that game. So I like revenge. But I think it's going to be a really good game. 2 first-year coaches that are doing a great job. You know, a lot of good running backs. Watch out for Brian Brooks. He was the Beckman running back that actually had a better game, 160-yard or so against CDM in the league game. So he's going to watch out for Brian Brooks.
Okay, so Albano agrees with Fryer. Carlos, what do you think?
Okay, I think you guys are both nuts. This is going to be Beckman. They were in the finals last year. They want revenge on getting that championship. I mean, this is basically, we could call this the Pacific Coast League Championship Part 2. I mean, you know, they've proven all along these are the 2 best teams in this division, and now it's on.
And we got a chance to talk to some of the coaches and the players at the CIF Southern Section Football Championship Media Luncheon as these guys get ready for these big championship games.
We need to protect football and offense. We had some major turnovers the first time around. We gave up some big plays on defense. So we clean up the turnovers and make them go the distance for the score. I think we'll be in much better shape.
We're just going to stick to our game plan, play our hearts out for 4 quarters. We're not going to let that second half happen again. We're going to play like we did the first half for both halves this time.
They're a big football team. They have a lot of guys who play both ways. They like to run the ball pretty much the whole game.
I think we just need to hold on to the ball, and our D-line just needs to get to the quarterback quick and just set the tone of the game soon, and just don't let him get the ball off.
We have not had a chance to look at them yet. We're going to probably look at them right when we get back to school. So we're going to check them out. We're going to analyze them, and we'll see how it goes on Saturday.
You know what? Since the Modern Day game, each week we just have improved.
Yeah.
You know, we have a very young team, and we just keep finding our potential's a little greater. And then you turn it all around, you could probably say the same thing about this outstanding San Clemente team. Outstanding coaching story. Great, maybe the best coaching story in America. Their kids bonding together. 2 best offensive lines in California. It's a classic setup for the championship.
On to the Southwest Division, which is going to be Saturday at 2 o'clock here on this patch of green that we're standing on right here. It's kind of holy land for a guy like me to be standing here. Okay, that game, folks, that is Tustin 10-3 against El Toro 12-1. Tustin lost to La Habra in the finals here last year, and El Toro beat La Habra last week. Guys, Tustin's playing really great. We always know they play great at this time of the year. It's, you know, what, 9 CF finals in Myra Miller, 17 years at Tustin High. But I think El Toro does that thing that gets Tustin every time, and that's they throw the ball pretty gosh darn well. You know, with Connor Manning having a record-setting year, broke Matt Barkley's single-season Orange County passing yardage record. El Toro, you know, they have comeback capability. Tustin really doesn't. Tustin will take a lead and try and chew up the clock, but I think El Toro, whether they have the lead or need to play catch-up, I think El Toro wins this game, Carlos.
The big problem Tustin's facing is trying to stop this no-huddle offense. Their defense is going to be on the field the whole game. La Habra found that out too. The only way that La Habra stopped El Toro was halftime and by getting back-to-back onside kicks.
Yeah.
That's it. Once he got the ball back, boom, they were moving again. So if you can keep the ball away from him, you have a shot. If they have the ball, you're not stopping them.
Dan, what do you think?
So, Carlos, the coin flip's going to be big.
The coin flip is massive.
Coin flip.
Yeah, coin flip is way huge, dude.
You know, that's the thing, you guys. I think you guys are right, because I think the margin of error is really slim for Tustin in this game. They have the offense, a capability to perfect team really to take on El Toro, because they have that grind out double wing offense that can take 8 to 10 minutes off the clock. They can keep the El Toro offense off the field. They can limit the possessions where El Toro's not going to score in the 40s, because they're only going to have the ball 4 or 5 times. They can't score 40 points. So, but they have to be perfect. They can't fumble. They need to win the first. They got to win the coin flip. And I don't think El Toro has to be as that. They don't have to be perfect. So I think El Toro's going to get it. There's too many weapons. Connor Manning, Cody White. They got some power with Fenari running the ball. He's excellent, and they've won 12 games in a row.
All right. Have you noticed the color shirt this guy's wearing? I think he's picking all with his shirt colors.
Yeah, he loves that El Toro team, man. I mean, the blue.
Sea King blue.
So, or it might be Santa Margarita blue. And talk about Santa Margarita, the Pac-5 final is here on these hallowed grounds at Angel Stadium on Saturday at 7:30 p.m. It's San Clemente, 12-1, kind of the upstart out of this in this whole Pac-5 bracket, I guess. And then Santa Margarita, 11-2. Both these are second-place teams in their league. Santa Margarita was second place coming out of the Trinity League, and San Clemente number 2 out of the South Coast League. They've been hotter than heck. San Clemente's played great. Beat Toro 51-16 last week, guys. Man, that was pretty amazing. In their first CF title football game since 1979. And then we have Santa Margarita, which has beaten some really good teams in this run. Bishop Almont, Long Beach Poly, and Mission Viejo 21-20 in a classic game last week. Fellas, I like Santa Margarita. I had them going to the championship game, losing to Servite. Of course, that's not going to happen, but I think Santa Margarita, an overall dynamite football team. Nothing against San Clemente, but Santa Margarita just seems to have everything going for it, and they just seem to have that sort of championship buzz in my mind. What do you think, Dan?
Yeah, my pick's going to be Santa Margarita. I like what Harry Walsh said, made some good points at the luncheon yesterday, that he looked at San Clemente as a mirror image, that they're very similar, two best offensive lines in Orange County, anchored by Kyle Murphy, Max Turk from Santa Margarita, 2 great quarterbacks, Travis Wilson, Johnny Stanton. And I think the difference is going to be defense. No slight on San Clemente. There's just not safeties out there that are going to come up and tackle Johnny Stanton. And with the way that Santa Margarita runs their offense, where their quarterback draw, option fake, option Ryan Wolpen out there, reverses. I mean, they just don't have I don't think they can have the defense. But I think it's going to be a really good game. It could be pretty high scoring, even when I say. But I think the defense. I think Santa Margarita's got more stops in him.
All right, what do you think, Carlos, who's been pretty much our San Clemente beat reporter for much of the season?
You know what? Early in the season, I got to look at these guys, and I was thinking they got the capability of doing something special. I mean, that line is, like I keep saying, it's completely dominant. It's not just Kyle Murphy. It's Harlow. It's all those guys. They've been together, for they used to play volleyball together, and now they're kicking butt. Yeah, they've been together a long time. Travis Wilson, he's a danger like Johnny Stanton. When he rolls out, he can throw or he can just take off. I mean, we've seen Jonathan Khamis' videos where he's hurdling people. The guy's super athletic. He can throw the ball. Man, this is such a tough pick. But I'm going with San Clemente, man. I really believe in that team. They've shown it against, some of the top teams around, and it's time for them.
Well, one thing I want to throw out, here we are at Angel Stadium. Awesome. Thanks to the Angels for getting us in here. But there's a reason why we're here at the stadium, and the section commissioners, Rob Wygott from the Southern Section, and all the Southern Section commissioners in the state of California have to realize this is a huge game. And in my opinion, the winner of this game needs to go to a state bowl game, because it's the toughest division. These two teams are going to be so worthy of a state bowl game, Division I or the open game. I just think it'd be a shame, and I think the winner's got to go on. The resumes that these teams have in the playoffs is unparalleled.
Yeah, but I think there's too many Northern Californians that hate us. They hate us down in SoCal.
It's true, man. It's very true. And I hate them up in NorCal. So, yeah, they're freezing their butt off right now, and we're sitting here going through heat waves. Forget you, NorCal.
All right, so that's an interesting way to wrap it up, everybody, here at Angel Stadium. We're getting ready for the games that are going to be here on Saturday. Southwest Division Final. That's Tustin against El Toro at 2 o'clock. We got Santa Margarita and San Clemente, the Pac-5 final here at 7:30 p.m. Then on Friday at 7 o'clock, we got the rematch, Beckman and Coronel Del Mar. We'll have all these games covered here at OCVarsity.com, where we've got you covered.